On Friday, November 6th, Governor Baker announced the updated COVID-19 risk metrics for communities and municipalities in the Commonwealth. The changes reduced the number of high-risk towns and cities that fell into red zones to 16 from 121. Needham is currently in the green category. Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education also released new guidance for schools accordingly, expecting districts and schools in gray, green, or yellow communities to have students learning fully in person if feasible. The new metrics and guidance have concerned parents who wanted to know if Needham would implement a return to in-person learning full-time. At the school committee meeting on Tuesday, November 10th, Superintendent Dan Gutekanst affirmed that Needham would keep with the hybrid model.
My understanding is that the reason the governor in particular wanted the health metrics to change is that the State Board of Education, the Commissioner of Education, were quite concerned that there were many communities in the Commonwealth who were heading toward the red, which is not a place folks want to be, meaning that there are higher rates of transmission of COVID-19. And as a result, schools were closing, or schools were remaining closed, and there was only remote learning. And so there was some impetus to change that up. If you are in the gray or the green or the yellow, then the Commissioner of Education is telling us that we need to prioritize in-person learning to the extent it meets all of the health and safety protocols, which includes up to 6 feet of physical distancing, mask wearing, hygiene, and importantly, minimizing the number of students on a bus to about 1/8 of what they typically would be. So it's that last piece I just for a moment want to dwell on. That was lost in the governor's announcement. The governor's announcement, the takeaway for many folks is prioritize in-person learning. The context, though, is that there was frustration growing at the state level that there were too many communities who were only doing remote. Additionally, the context includes, the context in his comments lacked the point that they still expect us to follow these guidelines around physical distancing, mask wearing, hygiene, and transportation. So that was lost, and so folks, some confused about, well, what does this mean to Needham? What this means to Needham is that right now our hybrid model is what we are implementing, and our hybrid model meets the state standard and the public health standards that have been established by the Centers for Disease Control and also by the Mass DPH. We haven't changed those. We would not change those unless directed by the CDC or Department of Public Health. So I just wanted to share the metrics have changed. Needham is in the green, likely will remain in the green for a while, but that does not change, at this point in time, our hybrid model. In the meantime, I want to make sure that we're encouraging our families to follow the 4 W's: wash hands, wear a mask, watch distance, and wait at home for test results. That's important. I want to emphasize that last one for families. If you are getting a test result for your child, do not send your child to school. Your child's doctor may say it's okay. We're saying keep your child home until the test results come in. We've been doing well in the schools. We have not had a single case that is originated in the schools for COVID, and we want to keep it that way. We want to keep the schools open. By the way, there are some communities. I learned this evening that our tech collaborative is going to be shutting down after the Thanksgiving holiday, and I know there's some school systems that would like to shut down. We're not planning on doing that after Thanksgiving. We want folks to remain local, not travel far, not have big parties, so that we can focus on being in school. It's a social compact. We need to adhere to it if we want to have school.